everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Kat. If you don't know me, I run a blog and YouTube channel and Instagram and a bunch of other stuff. Everything is under the Katrina Nicole, so if you want to check out what I'm up to, you can follow me under any of those different platforms. Typically, I do a lot of fashion and plus size styling, but today I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be walking you all through what I like to wear for my everyday makeup, if I wear makeup, which is not very often. There we go. You see the side that's more angled? So this side right here, I use that going down into my hair. It just stays in a little bit better and it helps to keep things in place. Okay, I think I like the way that looks. I like the one-sided that's like kind of slicked back. These almost look like they're like combined with each other, which I'm fine with. My hair actually looks really, really good today because I actually have a hair mask still in from yesterday. So all that, literally the only thing that's in my hair right now is the BrioGeo hair mask repair and moisture, I think is what it's called. I'll link it below. It's my all-time favorite. Their products in general are my favorite. I just love everything about them. They're so good. Okay, so now that my hair is all done, I am going to move on to doing my makeup. I typically don't wear a ton of makeup. If I do wear makeup, it's usually just mascara, but I actually don't even have my mascara here because it's in the car, because most of the time I do my makeup in the car before I go into wherever I'm going into. So today I'm just gonna do a quick little foundation, get my face evened out. I don't really wear a foundation that often, but this is what my face looks like, no makeup at all. And so I'm going to be putting some foundation on, a little bit of highlighter, maybe a little contouring. This is going to be excessive for me, to be honest, because I don't typically go through all these steps. But I do have a lot of makeup because I like to play with it, and I think it's fun. But yeah, for the most part, every time you see me, even in my photos, I'm very, very minimally face beaten. Don't really like to do that much. Anyways, so the foundation that I'm using is by Dr. HAUSCHKA. I got it from Whole Foods when everything was on sale. It's pretty nice. It's very, very thick. That's one thing that I don't like about it, so I apply it very sparingly to my face. I always apply everything on here first and then onto my face next. And I get just like a little tiny dollop, about like that size. And I have this kabuki brush, I think is what it's called. I have a couple other brushes over there too. But this is from RMS, and I just like the way it like blends into my face, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I don't have a rhyme or reason to why I do the things that I do when I put my makeup on. I just like my face to look even and everything to kind of be smoothed out. Sometimes I will put primer on. The current primer that I'm using, which obviously I'm not using today, is from Youngblood Cosmetics, which I love. I've been using Youngblood Cosmetics for I think 4 years now, maybe even longer. I don't know. Yeah, and this foundation, like I said, it's a little thick, which is why I like putting it on with the brush, because the brush just kind of thins it out a little bit. Getting under that eye. I put it on my eyelids too. A little left on here. I like to really apply foundation sparingly because I just want like a really, really thin layer. Like nothing super thick or cakey or anything like that. Okay, so that's what a layer of foundation looks like. Real thin, It just kind of evens me out a little bit. I could probably stand to put a little more on my cheek. I feel like it's kind of still not quite super, it's still not quite super smooth, if that makes sense. So just put a little more on this one cheek here. And a little more on the other side. Okay, the next thing I like to do is my brows. These are what my brows look like without anything on. I use this Youngblood Cosmetics brow pencil. It is the bomb. It's my absolute favorite brow pencil I've ever found in my life. It's like a powder based brow on this side, and then it has the brush to even it out on the other side. So all I really do is I apply a little bit to the top of my peak right here, just like so, and then I apply just a little tiny bit right here to kind of darken that up. That's it. You can see the difference between the two eyebrows. It's like very, very minimal. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my camera ran out of space. So like I said here, you can see this side is not been done. This side I just did a little tiny bit here and a little tiny bit right here. And then I'm gonna just kind of even it out just with the brush side. So I like to brush everything up, and then I brush that part down, and then I go back in again and just kind of brush it so that it's even. That's my brow routine. And I'll just do the other side. Get that corner. Brows are done. Okay, next. Sometimes I will use a little bit of concealer underneath my eye. I feel like my eyes look pretty okay today, but I'm gonna put a little bit on just because I'm showing you all. This is Well Beauty's Bio Corrector in the color Medium Dark. So I just apply a tiny, tiny little drop. Literally, you can't even see it, it's so tiny. And I put 3 little dots here and 3 little dots on this side, and that's it. And I just rub it in with my finger because this stuff, as you can see, it just is very powerful. So sometimes I'll blot and dab if that looks good. Sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I'll just rub it in really fast if I'm in a hurry. A little eye boogie in there. Oh my god. And then I usually put it on top of my lid too, just because I like to do that. So you can see, much brighter now. And on the other side. That's it for foundation. That's what the eyes look like once I've done the concealer. And then if I have any blemishes or anything like that, I'll use the concealer for that too. I actually like to set my face now. So I use the Well People powder. I have this brush. These brushes are from MOTD. They were a Christmas present for my mom. They were super expensive. They're vegan and awesome, but they're from I think they got them at Anthropology, and they're awesome, and they have really funny little sayings on them too. So this one says set and go. Some of them say like other weird things. I guess they're not really funny, but they're cute. So I like to set my face first. I think it's kind of weird, but that's what I do. I set it first, and then I put on my blush and bronzer and like any highlighter or anything like that. So today I'm gonna be using this brand called Han. That's what it looks like, H-A-N. For my blush brush says get cheeky with it. Get cheeky with it. So I just apply it on the brush, tap off a little bit of excess, and lightly brush right there. Sometimes I'll smile just to make sure I got it right. That's it. I don't like to go too crazy with blush. Just a nice light little touch. There and there and there. Okay, that's it for the blush. And then for contouring, I actually use, I think this is, oh, this says Conceal Your Secret. This is a concealer brush, but I use this for contouring right here. And then the bronzer, I actually use bronzer for contouring because it's pretty dark for my face to like use as bronzer, but I use it as contouring just right here and sometimes on along my chin line, but pretty much just right there, so that it kind of makes my cheekbones pop. Obviously you can see my cheekbones pretty much look okay on their own, but just to kind of further accentuate it, I like to do a little bit of this. And this is in the color Maui bronzer. It's in the color Maui. So I just go a little right there. And then you can see kind of what that looks like. This side, bronzer, or contour, no contour. So I just like to do just a smidge. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the contouring. And then sometimes what I'll actually do is I'll take my brush that I used for foundation just to kind of make it a little softer and go back over it, because I don't like things to be too crazy, too drastic, or anything along those lines. Okay, next, the last two steps I have. Well, technically I would have three if I was putting on mascara, but because I don't have any mascara in my house right now, you're only getting two more steps. Oh no! This melted. Ugh, the sun made it melt. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is actually one of my favorite. It's called Josie Maran. I use almost all of her stuff. I've used her foundation before. I've used pretty much everything. I have her mascara right now. But this is like this is like a illuminizing wand, and I usually just like to use a little bit here, and then I also blot that out with the brush again. But because it's all melted, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, instead of using this, we're gonna use something else. You can see here though, I have a little bit, it's really pretty. That's what it looks like. That was on my fingers from when I opened it. Okay, so instead, I have a different Josie Maran product. This one is the ARGAN Enlightenment Illuminizer. So it's very similar. It's just a little bit more liquidy, which I don't necessarily like as much. Okay, so I already put on the highlighter. I just blended it in like this. And the last thing that I have is lipstick. So I'm using more Josie Maran. Clearly that's my favorite brand. This is a plumping one, and this is a neutral color. And that's pretty much it. Okay, now that my camera has died literally 1,000 times, I am all done. This is the final look. Hair's done, looking fresh. My makeup is done, feeling pretty good about that. Like I said, I probably will put a little bit of mascara on though, since I don't have any on right now because I left it in the car. But yeah, everything that I have talked about today and all the products that I've used are going to be linked below in the description box. So if you want to check those out, feel free. I'm headed out now, so I will talk to you all soon. Remember, if you like this, give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. Again, everything can be found at the Katrina Nicole. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and to glow with confidence. See you in the next one.